Now, let me start with parental purpose. Parental purpose refers to, the parents trying to push that child into a field of life or study according to their own desire. I mean, they want this child to grow up and study uh, maybe a medicine because they just like that cause. They like it. They enjoy seeing medical doctors. So they have already made up their mind that this their child growing up must study medicine, must become a medical doctor. That is a more like this child does not have the will of his or her own. His or her existence is determined by the will and the desires of his or her parents or of the parents. So you see a child grows up going to the academical field and picking a course because the parents want him or her to pick that particular course and study it in the high institution. And at the end of the day, this person graduates and comes back home. And sometimes you notice that there is scarcity of jobs, or shall I say, that there is no job anywhere, even though there are jobs everywhere. But the 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 will of God is like does not it doesn't go with the energy of what has been made available in the life of that child, that person. So it will always contradict the will of God. So therefore, it causes some levels of limitation, uh, bad luck, disappointment, and unfulfilled in life. Trust me. In fact, at some point, you see a child growing, going to school, the parents pushing the child to study a particular something in school or going to school, and you see this child behavior is kind of a deviating from what the parents want him or her to become. And you see this child just driving away. You see, just driving away. Huh? At some point, it looks like rebellion, like this child is rebelling against his or her parents. But what if that child is actually following the path that the Lord has destined him or her to follow? What if that child has decided to yield to the purpose of God for his or her life? That is that. Think about that. That is why you see people grow up and they are not fulfilled in life. They grow up to become something that looks very big, and at the end of the day, they are not satisfied, they are not happy, they are not fulfilled. Look, the only thing that can satisfy anyone under the sun is the fulfillment. The fulfillment of God's purpose, the fulfillment of God's purpose for him, his or her life. Very important. You see, I'm talking about this because a whole lot of people tends to go into some field of, study or some sort of, you know, a purpose, all because their parents wants them to go into that without having to understand that there is more to life than what your parents wants you to become, which is very risky, very, very risky. You are a victim of some parental purpose, uh, you know, driven experience. I want you to take this into consideration and go back to God in prayers. Ask God, what is your purpose? What do you want for me?